It's an everyday thing. It's an everyday thing. It's an everyday thing when you let your nuts hang. Story time about how my mother-in-law invited some hoe to Thanksgiving. Anyways, y'all know Thanksgiving just passed, and I went over to Georgia to go to my boyfriend's family Thanksgiving, as I usually do. And then all of a sudden, when they was making like the Thanksgiving list, I kept noticing like somebody's name on there. Now, this girl has been to my baby's birthday party in October, just like randomly showed up, and I was wondering like, who is this girl? And I asked my boyfriend, I was like, who is that? And he's like, that's my sister's friend. They've been friends like for a long time. And I asked him like, okay, well, what's your history with her? And he's like, nothing, she just been a family friend. I'm like, okay. And next thing you know, when we're getting ready for Thanksgiving and they're going over like the cooking list, who's going to cook what, and they had like a note that was shared between everyone, and I look and I see this girl's name on the list. And I'm like, why is this girl's name on the list? Wait, so rewind. So I kind of told my boyfriend, like, she showed up to my baby's birthday party. I don't even know her. She didn't even bring a gift. Like, that's tacky. Like, what are you doing here? So it kind of felt like it was giving like, oh, my spot is secured or something. But it's like, I don't like that. If I throw something for my baby's birthday, it's not no open invite. It's invite only. And it was something small like Chuck E. Cheese that I only invited his family. So I really didn't see why was she popping up. And I asked him, I was like, so you think, are they inviting her for Thanksgiving? She gonna go to her own family's house. He was like, oh, she got her own family. She gonna go over there. So I didn't think nothing of it until the shared notes came around. And I seen her name on the list for some peanut oil and beverages. And I'm like, what is her name doing on the list? You just said that she gonna go to her family for Thanksgiving. And he was like, oh, that's what I thought. So I'm like, you know what? I was going to go if it's like all about family and everything like that. But since y'all adding strangers to y'all Thanksgiving roster and shit, like I'm no longer interested. We need to either just stay home for Thanksgiving or just go to my family's house. So I told his mom we weren't going to make it for Thanksgiving. And then, y'all, I kid you not, this lady starts blowing my phone up, starts texting my man, calling my man, and whatever like that. And she starts hinting, because I feel like, when you being messy like that, you kind of know what my issue is, but you don't want to go out and say it. So she wanted to know like why I wasn't coming. But it's like, oh, you know why I'm not coming. So she go around blowing the phones up and just asking all these questions and stuff. And I just left it simple. I didn't make it about that hoe. I was like, oh, we just gonna go to my family's for Thanksgiving. Mind you, she was supposed to get the kids on Sunday when I came back from my birthday trip for Dallas. She was supposed to get the kids, but I ended up taking my kids, So she was like, oh, we didn't get the kids and we wanted to know if you were still coming for Thanksgiving. And I was like, oh, we'll probably go to my family's house. And then she's like, oh, why? What's the problem? Thanksgiving is very important to me. I really want you guys to come, like this and that. So I'm like, oh, no issue. I'm like not letting it off like it's an issue. I'm like, we're just going to my family. Like, I've been with this boy for like so many years, and we've been to his family's house for Thanksgiving because I didn't grow up in a family like that celebrated holidays, so we didn't really do that on my side. So I would just always come to his. But I started thinking of it like, and if it was somebody who was like regular, who had holidays on both sides of the family, sometimes they'll go here, sometimes they'll go there. So why now she's acting all entitled like we have to go when I'm literally telling you I'm going to my family? She was definitely upset, and she was just asking me why, and I just left it at like, we're just going to my family's house. So then she says, oh, and I wanted to also talk to you about the blank situation, saying that girl's name. And I'm like, what situation? I never talked to you about her. I never said anything to you about her. And she was like, oh, I just really wanted to get your input and your side of things to see why you feel the way that you feel and this and that. And again, I never talked to his mom about that shit. So you want to know how? I reached out to the girl and I had my own one-on-one with her after my baby birthday party to really figure out like, girl, who is you and why is you here? And just asking her questions. And how about this messy asshole went back and told his mama that I said something to her, as in like And his mom was coming at me like she was supposed to play Captain Save-A-Hole, trying to be a mediator type shit. Like, this is a grown-ass woman. I ain't talked to you about this shit. I talked to her about it. Now, why is her scary ass going back to you like she about to stop some shit? See, I don't like that. All of that messy shit. Y'all, like and share this video for part 2 so I can tell y'all how it went down after I had to really say something, because at that point, I was pissed off. So I'm going to tell y'all the history of how me and this girl got into contact. So I had asked his mom for the girl's number. I said, after the whole thing happened at my baby birthday party, I was like, hey, do you have her number? I would really like to talk to her if she didn't mind. And then the mom said, sure, send me her number. So I called the girl with my best friend on three-way because I already talked this over my friend. You know how we be. Like, we already clocking the shit. And I called her and I was like, hey, yeah, so I just wanted to let you know a few things that happened over at Thanksgiving, that kind of made me, well, not on Thanksgiving, at my baby's birthday party, because they had a get together afterwards and whatever. So I said it kind of made me uncomfortable. And she's like, oh, what was it? Okay, y'all. So imagine yo people, we outside doing karaoke. Now, I don't participate on that, but his family like karaoke. So we was outside doing karaoke, and when his sister was up there on the stage, it was funny and whatever. So I'm sitting here, my boyfriend's sitting here, and she's sitting behind us right there. Now the stage is this way. Why I keep noticing this nigga neck this way? Nigga, your girlfriend, the love of your life is this way. This way. Why you keep looking back there? That was one of the red flags too that let me know like something ain't right. Who is this girl? Because you looking back here, while she trying to be funny, but the stage up here, I'm this way. So that was strike one. I had let her know, like, you know, I was just getting off vibes and this and that. She was like, oh, well, I was trying to read the vibes and, you know, I was being very nice to you. And I just really thought that we could be friends. And I didn't know, you know, what you were feeling. What I was feeling. Sound like a guilty conscience to me. Because when I was getting ready in the bathroom and trying to do my makeup, this and that, she was like, oh, you're so pretty. Oh, thank you. It's always them type of hoes. So after that, we was about to go. So she was like all up on my kids. The whole day, she was all up on my kids. She was sitting there trying to do bracelets with one of my daughters. Then she was around my other daughter talking about, she's so cute. She's so cute. Mind you, you never met my kids. You don't know me. But you all up around my kids when I'm trying to have them spend time with their grandmother. Strike two. And then strike three was when it was time to go. I was like, okay, y'all, you know, we about to go, blah, 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 bye. I waved to her bye from the kitchen. I was like, bye. And then my kids told her bye, like, y'all say bye. They said bye. And then, okay, so the front door is up here. So I'm walking this way. My boyfriend's walking behind me. She's walking in the opposite direction, like towards us, because she was by the front door. So when she's walking towards, I said bye. I waved that she was walking by. And then after that, she immediately gives my boyfriend a hug. So I look back. I'm like, y'all just don't know. Because I done did a lot of work on myself. I was like, is this a prank? Am I being pranked? Because I'm mature, but I ain't that motherfucking mature. Why are you hugging my man and I don't even know you? So that was strike three. Red flag number 3. So I was like, okay, I'm going to talk. I told her about all those things that made me uncomfortable. And, you know, I ain't like the hug, you know, just a few things that, you know, I pick up off of vibes. And she was like, oh, I didn't really know your vibe. I'm like, oh, yeah, because you won't. I'm a quiet type of person. I like to observe. I sit back. Like, I'm not going to be. So she was like, oh, okay. And I said, okay, well, that made me uncomfortable. She's like, oh, yeah, well, I apologize for that. And yeah, me and him, we're just friends. I know they keep saying you're his sister's friend, but I'm trying to figure out, like, what is the dynamic between the relationship of you and him? Because y'all, side note, like, ain't nobody dumb. Like, and then he's the older brother of 2 younger sisters. From what I always see is the older brother, if you got an older brother and you got younger sister, the sister's friends always be crushing on the older brother. So it's the fact that she said she was the sister's friend that made me like, and then it came from childhood shit. And I'm like, something ain't right. So then I was like, okay, so what's the dynamic of y'all relationship? Oh yeah, well, you know, I am his sister's friend, and you know, I do know him. Yeah, we knew each other back then, like when we were younger and this and that and whatever, but it's never been like that. So then I remind her of the DMs. I was like, oh yeah, you don't remember when y'all had each other on social media, y'all DMing. So I asked her, is this your Instagram name? I told it to her. And she was like, yeah, it is. So I was like, so you don't remember when I wrote you on Instagram a few years back because you was DMing him? And I wrote you on Instagram? I don't recall. Y'all, I cussed this girl out 2-3 years ago because she was DMing my man on Instagram, and the conversation was very constant. Now we gonna get to him in a second, but I'm talking about her. She knew he was taken. You knew, if you that close in the family where you know his sisters, why you don't know he's taken? I said, why you DMing my man type stuff and whatever? And she was like, oh, I know his sisters. I live in another state. I've been knowing him as if her spot secured. So then I'm like, oh yeah, he's in a relationship. Oh, I didn't know anything about him being in a relationship. So I said, bitch, if you know his sisters, then you could just ask his sisters, because this is just some goofy shit. You could ask his sisters and they'll let you know he's in a relationship, long-term relationship for, you know, a minute now. So like, who is you fooling? Get the fuck out his inbox. All of this shit is just a little too much over inbox. Mama told me that she ran back and told her what I said. Y'all, I kid you not. The only thing I said was that conversation, and then after that I texted her and I said, hey, do you still have the messages between the DMs between you and my boyfriend? And then she, crickets, ran back and told his mama. If that's not a motherfucking guilty conscience, I don't know what is. Because what is you running back telling for? What is there to tell? So the second I mentioned DMs, you, oh, she's on to me. Oh my God. You trying to tell his mom to save you. You trying to tell his mom as if I'm trying to be a problem starter. When really the gag is, I was asking about the DM so she could scroll up and see exactly where I cussed her ass out. That's the real tea. So it's like, don't try to act like you forgot when it's right there in the DMs. And then the second I ask for DMs, you probably don't got him anyways, because he don't even have her DM. So I'm like, that's a red flag right there. If y'all supposed to be friends and platonic, where is the DMs? You don't got it. You don't got it. Show me the platonic messages. If it's just a friendship and it's just platonic, show me that. Show me the platonic conversations. You ain't got shit to show, but you just trying to tell me something. Ran to his mama like a scary asshole, and then his mama came back to me, y'all. I know y'all thought he was off the hook and y'all thought I was just talking all that shit, but no, I got all they ass. How about that? So I was talking to him and I was like, hey, the night that all of that happened and we got back home after my baby birthday party, and I was questioning him like, oh, who is this girl? And he's like, oh, that's my sister friend, whatever. So then I'm like, oh, do you have her on social media? Oh, I don't know, maybe. And then I said, okay, I left it at that. Probably like 1 or 2 days later, y'all, it hit me that I know this girl. Hey, is her name such and such on Instagram? And he was like, why would you know what her name is on Instagram? Boy, because you was motherfucking talking her off of Instagram before. And that's what I told him straight up. How about I seen some conversation between you and her before, and I chimed in. Like, it was a little bit too close for comfort for it to be friends. So what else, nigga? Sit there and want to admit and say, well, if we did talk before, it was like 10 years ago, back when we was kids, like probably a little in high school, like way before you, and it was never nothing serious. It never was no relationship or nothing serious. So why the fuck you didn't lead with that? No. This is what I don't like. You should have started with that shit when I asked you who that girl was. So you think that you could pick and choose what you gonna tell me based off of what you want me to know? Do y'all not? I'm a motherfucking Scorpio. One thing about us Scorpios, we gonna find out the truth, and we some human lie detectors. So I'm like, boy, right plan, wrong bitch. So I'm like, you really think I was gonna remember? Well, I never was talking to her like that when we was in a relationship. Pause. 2-3 years ago, I saw her in your DM, and the conversation was way too often and constant, and I was like, no, block her. Period. I told him, like, who are you talking to like that? Oh, it's nobody like that, this and that. Okay, so if it's nobody, then block her. If she's a nobody, then stop talking to her. Stop DMing her. So then he did. So, you know, at the end of the day, I'm on that nigga ass for lying. And I'm like, oh, yeah, you had me fucked up. You really thought I wasn't going to find out who that girl was. Y'all playing in my face, trying to make it seem like there's some family friend and there's somebody you used to talk to. And he's swearing up and down that it never was like that. I'm getting at with that is, just because something started when you was young in high school, it doesn't take the seriousness from it. You still had something going on. You still decided to talk to that person and find an interest. So don't play with me right now trying to say they nobody, because you're trying to control what I know about the situation. And it's never going to happen like that. So then I said, listen, we're not going to Thanksgiving. I don't know what you and your peoples have going on, but they got this whole coming to Thanksgiving, and at the end of the day, they need to choose. And next thing you know, he drop a bomb and he tell me, y'all, guess what he tell me? Oh, I just found out my mom called me and she's living there. the girl living at his mom's house. Now, I should have knew something was going on with how much she was around and stuff like that, but I really didn't peep. So then I'm just like, what the fuck? Is your mama damn foster mama? Is she an orphanage? Why the hell is she taking in this hoe? She don't have her own mama, her own family to go to? So that was very much weird to me. Like, why is she running to your family when she need assistance? That shit too close for comfort. So then he started telling me, oh yeah, you need to have a heart. Sometimes people go through stuff like, oh, we don't know her situation on what she's going through. So she is staying there for the right now and whatever. I said, okay, fine. So if she's staying there at your mama's house, then boundaries need to be set. I'm not going to be in no situation where I'm around this hoe every single time. So until your mama get it together and she stop treating her house like the little homeless shelter, then my kid's not going over there. Because at the end of the day, that'll be me accepting my kids being around a stranger. He was, oh, I was playing with your kids. Oh, I love the kids. Why are you mentioning my kids? Why are you telling me anything about my kids that so I could try to be like, oh my gosh, she's such a great woman. She loves my kids. What type of manipulative shit is that? Girl, it's not going over here. So then he started getting mad, and he got the nerve to tell me, oh, so you're going to try to keep my kids away from my mama? You're going to try to keep my kids away from my mama? Listen, your mama free to come over. She free for us to go do little play dates while we out, whatever. But while this hoe is staying there, my kids are not going over there. I was like, what do y'all think? Because even if they didn't have nothing going on, like no actual relationship, and it was some childhood shit, he's still wrong for lying about it, right? And he's still wrong for not telling me who the girl was. The first time I asked him when I peeped, he was banking off the fact that I wasn't going to remember who this hoe was. And when I remembered who she was, he wanted to get mad at me because I got good memory. Like, you can't get mad at me because I got good memory and I remember who that was. He started pouting around, pouting, sulking for like a day or two or whatever, always with this mad face, or sad face and whatever. Oh, well, I guess if that's your decision, we ain't going over there and this and that. So then over the days when we started talking about it more, you know, it started getting like real sticky. We started getting in arguments and stuff because I was just saying we're not going. So then he started trying to get some straightening, talking about, oh yeah, well if you don't want to go to Thanksgiving, then you don't have to go to the Thanksgiving, but me and my kids, we going, and I'm going to take them there. Nigga, who? You're not taking my kids nowhere. Like, you see how niggas will have you completely fucked up? Because even if you was innocent, at that point, you guilty. Because how the fuck you gonna tell me you taking my kids anywhere that I tell you I don't want them being? It started going on because we wasn't seeing eye to eye, and then little stuff like people from his family was texting me like, hey, y'all coming, can't wait to see y'all. So I'm like, they must know what's going on, because that's like messy to try to like pick through the situation to see if we come in and whatever. And then he had his sister called him or whatever, and he was like, oh, well, if you want to talk to someone about the situation so you can see what it is, just talk to someone about the situation. You know who I decided to talk to? The black motherfucking sheep of the family, one of his other stepsisters. And she kept it so real with me, y'all. What his real ass stepsister told me.
Real ass
So he was like saying, oh, if you want to talk to somebody about it, you can talk to somebody. And I feel like he was trying to get me to talk to one of his sisters. But the thing about that is that's messy.
She's
because
still
his
combing
sister is
it,
friends
damn
with the
her.
girls. Why would I want to talk to her? I wanted to talk to the black sheep of the family, which is his stepsister. Now, that girl have no filter. She said what the fuck is on her mind. I kind of felt like she was real enough that if I came to her with the situation, she could kind of see it from, like, my point of view or whatever. Then instead of, like, his sister is just taking up for the girl. So I called his sister, and I asked her, like, hey, girl. And she was like, hey. I like, you heard what was going on? And she's like, yes. And I said, girl. So immediately she tells me the girl been going around and telling his sisters that they had, her and him had something going on in the past and whatever. So why are you going around? First you went around and told his mama that I hit you up. Now you're going around telling his sisters, confirming that, yeah, we did have something going on. But his stepsister told me that his real sisters was like, yeah, him and her had something going on before in the past, but yeah, so what? And okay, say it to my motherfucking face. That's what I feel like is fake right there. Because y'all trying to hide it, but behind closed doors, you talking about eating, so what? So his stepsister told me that all that shit was fake as fuck. She told me that when she heard of the situation, she had told his sisters that that shit was fake for y'all inviting that girl and playing, having that girl around and playing in my face. Basically, y'all trying to hide who this girl is, and y'all trying to play in my face. I was glad to see, like, you know, his sister was keeping it real. So she said that she told them, like, they being fake as hell. She told the mama, the sisters, all of that, they being fake, and they can't understand how I would feel because they ain't in my shoes and whatever. Finally, I felt motherfucking heard because I was like, okay, his sister is onto some real shit. Because why would y'all try to play messy games and try to hide who this girl is just to have her around? Stepsister said that she didn't really like the girl's vibe. She wasn't fucking with the girl's vibe. And she said something was kind of off about the girl. And she didn't know why this girl all of a sudden was around like that. So if that's even coming from his stepsister, what that tell you? This girl is popping up now at family events and just always in the picture and living with his mama for what? So the stepsister told me that time that night the girl was just dressed down casual, and then when everybody was going in the back to hang out, she put her makeup on, her clothes, and all of that. Even the stepsister said, I thought she was trying to look cute for my man, but now that we know, she maybe was trying to do all that for yours. Now the stepsister, she just had a baby, so she don't play about her baby. So long story short, the stepsister was not fucking with it, nor was I. And she been peeped that something was weird with that girl. Some hidden agenda or some shit. So I just left it as, okay, well, the stepsister said, oh, if you don't want to come to Thanksgiving, I understand. You got to do what's best for you, for your mental and whatever. Because if it was me, I would have never went over there. Like, I wouldn't go and whatever. So just let me know what you about to do. And just know you got someone there on your side, because the gag is, she told me even if I was to talk to the mama or the sister, then they was going to try to play it like the little innocent card and, oh, what's the problem? Now, you see, I'm not here to get gaslit. If I got a problem with something and I'm trying to tell you what I have a problem with, you're not going to tell me how I should feel, and you're not going to try to gaslight me out of the situation to make it seem like I'm over-exaggerating. So the stepsister said that's exactly what they would have did. They would have played it like, oh, it's no biggie. Oh, no big deal. Oh, it's fine. No, I'm not with that fake ass shit. So she said, let her know if I'm going to Thanksgiving. And she said she got my back. So because I felt like somebody had my back, I was like, okay, I can go to the Thanksgiving. And then some shit pop up, then it just pop up. So I was like, okay, I'm going to go, sis. I let her know that I'm going to go. Mind you, whole time his mama texting me and trying to tell me, oh, the girl, she wasn't trying to be messy by telling me. She was just trying to get some advice to see how to ease your concerns. Ease my concerns? What the fuck you mean ease my concerns? When I asked you a question, I asked you if you still had the DMs between you and him. And you ran to his mama like a scared ass hoe to try to get me off your neck. That didn't work because I still peeped what the fuck is going on. So the mama, mind you, whole time mama texting me, oh, she wasn't trying to be messy. Oh, I care about your feelings. You're my daughter-in-law. I'll take your feelings into consideration. Please just let me know what's going on so I can understand. Now, y'all, I feel like this is a trap, because why would I talk to her mama about it? Because one, I can't tell you who you can and can't have in your house. I can't tell you who you can and can't invite to your house for Thanksgiving. So me telling you what I got an issue with is kind of a trap, because the only way I could control the scenario is by staying my ass the fuck home, which I wanted to do, is just stay where I'm welcomed at. If y'all want that girl there, y'all can have her there. It don't mean I have to be there and play nice. That's what they not getting. So I said, okay, I guess I'll go ahead and go. I'll go ahead and go to the Thanksgiving to see what it's given. And if some shit pop off, then it's just going to be that. So I just really wanted to let y'all know why I don't play with like a nigga's family members and stuff like that. It's because like what I've been through before. So back then, his sister was beefing with me and whatever. Like mom didn't like me, just all type of family drama. So like when Thanksgiving did come around, before we showed up over there to the Thanksgiving. And at the time I was pregnant and just minding my business and whatever. Just came there for some good food. Bought some food for his mom to cook for us. And then I didn't know his sister was going to be coming. And she did. When she came, she was like, all of that. And I'm like just sitting there minding my business, pregnant as fuck. And when you know you're pregnant, you can't be trying to beef and be having all that drama. So I feel like she was trying it. Like, why are you trying it? So then finally she like stops in front of me and said something to me, like looking me up and down, and I was like, what are you looking at? And then that's when everything just started. Like, I was so glad that my sister was there, because my sister really jumped up for me, and she was like, get on my sister's face, and you ain't finna do. And they was going back and forth just like that. The whole time, he was quiet as hell. I didn't know where he was at. I'm like, damn, this shit is really going down like that. His mama was in the middle of it talking about, y'all stop, stop, stop. And this all happening at her house. So I'm like, oh my God, you know, I don't want to be doing all this at her house. But at the end of the day, like, you ain't say stop when your daughter was starting the shit. So you should have been told her to stop before it came to this point. And then next thing you know, when shit start going down, and they want to blame you and stuff. But they don't want to blame the actual people that started it. That's part of their family. So then, wondering where he at, my sister just going toe-to-toe for me, just like standing in between me and his sister, and just like getting all in her face and telling her to back the fuck up. And then next thing you know, out of nowhere, this man walks over and with his plate, boom, smashes right in his sister's face, like boom, whole hot mac and cheese all in her face, while she in my face, and I'm whole pregnant. I was like, no one expected that. No one expected that. And she was even shocked her damn self. She was just look. And I was like, you know what? Y'all, let's go. Let's go. So then I start fighting out with him, my sister, and whatever. And then she starts crying. She, oh, how could you do that to me? How could you do that to me? No, how could you do that to me, bitch? And I'm the one that's fucking pregnant. But you thought, because that was your brother, he was going to stand 10 toes down about his pregnant baby mom. That's what y'all be needing to see. They're like, oh, I'm calling the police. I'm calling the police. I'm like, oh, Lord. This whole family drama. Like, you gonna call the police on your brother? And long story short, she called the police. She called the police just to be spiteful. And then shortly after, she dropped the charge. Like, she just wanted him to feel like, you know, scared or some shit like that. So I didn't mean to make a story time during story time, but I just wanted to give y'all an example of why I don't play with the nigga's family, because shit like that actually happened to me before. It actually happened to me before. So now when I see family be on that bullshit, I'm like, I know how far it can go. Do y'all? So don't play with me, because it can really go there. It really can. But yeah, so we fast forward to 2024 Thanksgiving and whatever. And I pulled up, you know, with this stepsis and whatever. And you know, y'all, I kid you not, they had that girl in the garage eating like a raccoon, watching her back. Oh shit, is she coming? Beat my ass. Like, girl, why the fuck would you still show up if you gotta be? Like, I would never. Y'all want me here, but I gotta be motherfucking secluded in myself in the fucking garage with the opossums and roaches and rats and shit. Like, and she actually agreed to them terms. Like, how desperate do you fucking get? And then they wanted us to come to the mama house so bad. They were like, oh yeah, we could send her away for the night, and so y'all could come over and sleep over and be comfortable. Like, bitch. Like, at that point, just uninvite her, because this is getting so embarrassing. Y'all trying too hard to play both sides. And the mama was trying to be humble, and she was like, thank you so much for coming and bringing my grandchildren and bringing my son. I really appreciate that. And she was trying to get more info out of me, but I ain't come here for that. At one point, me and him walked into the garage, and he did right. Like, he ain't say nothing to her. I ain't say nothing to her. We just, and it's crickets. It's tension. It's quiet as hell. But this what you wanted to come for, girl. So then stepsis come to me, and she's like, girl, so what we doing? We going in there? Like, what you want to do? So I'm like, girl, somebody want to be a scary ass hoe. Let them be a scary ass hoe. And I already see how she trying to play it. She want to be a victim and shit. So y'all not gonna get me. And oh, now I'm the one. Oh yeah, I started a fight at this mama house. No man, Pam. So I was like, oh girl, you know, we gonna see the vibe. We gonna see what happened and whatever. So we just chilling on the inside while she can't even get in the club. She on the outside. And we didn't stay for long before we went to my cousin's house around the corner. And then after that, we left shortly after. So I still gave them what they wanted by going to Thanksgiving, but ultimately, we still got Christmas around the corner. I don't know how we going to deal with that. But TikTok, what do y'all think I should do? Like, how y'all think I should handle the situation going forward? Because I'm getting a lot of different advice. Like, I get some friends that's trying to tell me, oh, you should be unbothered, still show up, this and that. But then I get some people that's like, oh, hell no, she's trying it. Don't go around. Don't bring your kids around at all. So let me know what y'all think in the comments.
What it do, everyday people, man? It's your boy PJ. Today we back with another lit video. Back in the confessional. Yes, we staying lit, big dog. Shout out to my everyday people who rock with me every day. Shout out to my player partner, Lucky Wizard Deals. He keeps it lit. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe to this video. Let me know what y'all think about this in the comment section, man. Make sure y'all hit the links down below. We got HiveMindLabs.com, HiveMindLabs.com, okay? Make sure y'all use the discount code everydaypj at checkout. Hit the link. We got Opulence Scents where you can get your 3-wick candle. Okay, support black-owned businesses. These are all black-owned businesses. Check them out. You know, a black supplement company, a black candle company, a black custom tumbler company. All of them. So let me know what y'all think about this in the comment section. All right, let's get into it, big dog. All right, let's see. Now, so thicky thick. Yes. Yes, so thick it's thicker than a snicker. Mm-hmm. Her breast is long as the day is long, okay? Okay? When she woke up this morning, she rolled out of bed and I think she stepped on a nipple and felt the shock wave jump all the way down her shoulders. Like, woo! Okay, the thing's long. You know, we went through about 3 videos of her combing that damn weave, man. That wig. I mean, she couldn't comb it no more. That mug was frizzy, baby. It wasn't gonna get no straighter, baby. That thing that survived many nights, many washes, many moons. Okay? That thing been sleeping under them titties with the rest of the clothes. Like, you know, that long hair when it just rests under that, you know. I like it when some long titty women get up in the morning. They been having on some tank tops and one titty out over here, the other one out over here. You just like to grab them and corral them in. When you grab your big titty, you just like to corral them in. Yes, we like big breast women around here. I just like to corral them in, okay? That's how we do it. Corral the breast in, okay? Shout out to all the big breast women. All right, man. I don't know what we got. Girl, just go to Thanksgiving. This story was long and pointless. Like, okay, you found out that the dude was messing with the girl when they were kids. I'm talking about like kids. Like, I don't even think. I mean, they may have had social media back then, but like, dude, what are we talking about? Like, did he even kiss her? Did he sleep with her? Like, it sounds like to me that he has a history of cheating, and it be with women that he knows in social media, and it's always talking about, oh, that's just a friend, that's just a friend. So that's why you trying to cut off all friends. Well, if she ain't nothing like that, just cut her off. Yeah, no. I used to feel like that. I used to be like, nah, I know this person. I'm not finna cut nobody off because you come into my life. Because I remember like being in relationships. Like, if I gotta cut people off because I'm with you now, man, we don't need to be in no relationship. Because like, for what? Like, it ain't even like I don't, man. Do I have girlfriends? I might have got girlfriends. If I do, we ain't got no issues with each other. I don't have issues with, if I don't have no issue with a girl that I've dated and she on my social media, then we not talking. That's just that right there. I'm not trying to hook up with her or nothing. Because why? Exactly why? You know? But I'm not finna cut her off and delete her because I didn't, we didn't have a little thing once or twice. You know what I mean? Like, stop cutting off people because of temporary people. Like, this is about to be your baby mama. She not even worried about you. Y'all not even married yet. You worried about coming to Thanksgiving. You ain't worried about walking down the aisle with that man. Like, y'all this close from never being together again, okay? Put a ring on it. I'm sick of these new people. All y'all want is relationships and baby daddies. Like, what are we in a relationship for? I'm in a relationship to get married. Okay, I'm having kids to get married. Damn, as soon as we have a kid, y'all want to break up. Shit. I don't know what's wrong with y'all people these days. Like, man, have some more faith in y'all men. Have some faith in him. See, if you wasn't so insecure, woman, you could probably get him to marry you. he would have been married you. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he might have texted her back in the past. But this whole little situation you trying to bring back, he ain't worried about that. She ain't worried about it either. But you are. You got reason to believe that, oh, you know, she might want to do something, but you know what? The stepsister said that she was getting dressed and ready to be over there with your man. That could be true. That could be true, but how often does your man go over there? She never said that. She never said that, man, my man been over here, because that would have been something, that would have been a vital piece of information that she left out of this story, is that her man is always going over there, and then she just now finding out that the girl lived there. Because that changes up the dynamic of what this story was about. This story is just about a girl who's a friend of the sister, and that they used to talk. I I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what we supposed to do with that information. What would y'all do? Would y'all not allow? Would y'all not want to go to the party because your man done talked to one of your sister's friends and they best friends now, and she's gonna be at the Christmas or the Thanksgiving dinner? They were like, nah, I ain't gonna go because she gonna be there, or I'm gonna start beef with her because she there. No, you better try to be nice to her, because she gonna take your man because she got it like that. She already had him like that. Okay? Y'all gotta stop being so insecure about these things. See, it's one part where you dating a man who's married and in a separation. There's another part where you're dating a man that's yours and you worried about a chick that's not even a side chick yet. You can't be worried about. You gotta show more strength. You gotta show more resilience. Quit hiding behind that side chick. Everyday people, let me know what y'all think in the comment section. Like, comment, subscribe. I'm holla at you later, people.